Jaimie Alexander, the fierce actress best known for portraying the warrior Sif in the Marvel Thor films and the tattooed Jane Doe in the hit series Blind Spot, has always projected an image of strength and resilience on screen. Behind the scenes, however, she was battling a private struggle with alcohol that nearly cost her everything. In a deeply personal and raw account, the 41-year-old star opened up about the harrowing health crisis that forced her to confront her addiction head-on and choose sobriety once and for all. The turning point came during what was supposed to be a romantic getaway with a new partner. The couple had escaped the hustle of New York City to look at properties upstate, dreaming of a quieter life away from the spotlight. Everything seemed perfect until a sudden snowstorm trapped them at their Airbnb. As the hours stretched on, Alexander realized there was no alcohol in the house. Not a single bottle of wine, no liquor cabinet, nothing. What should have been a minor inconvenience triggered an overwhelming wave of panic. She hadn't experienced a fully sober day in years, and the absence of her usual crutch hit her like a physical blow. Her heart raced, her mind spiraled, and she felt an anxiety she couldn't shake. Her partner at the time was completely sober, which only amplified her discomfort. Being around someone who didn't rely on drinking highlighted her own dependence in stark relief. The next morning, as soon as the roads cleared, they hurried back to the city. But the ordeal had taken its toll. When Alexander finally got home, she felt an unsettling dizziness, a kind that went beyond a hangover or fatigue. It felt dangerous, wrong on a visceral level. Still, out of habit, she reached for a drink to calm her nerves. To her shock, her body rejected it. She couldn't even force it down. The following day, things escalated quickly. She woke up irritable, unsteady on her feet, and noticeably off balance. During a routine workout session, her trainer immediately noticed something was wrong. "You're pale as a ghost," he told her, concerned by how she was swaying and struggling with basic movements. By the next morning, sharp pain had set in, radiating through her abdomen. Alexander pushed through it and went to work on set, determined not to let whatever this was derail her schedule. She asked the on-set nurse for antacids, hoping it was just indigestion, and even accepting gentle stomach massages for relief. Nothing helped. By lunchtime, the pain had become excruciating. She literally could not stand up straight. A doctor on location examined her and initially suspected ovarian cysts or a possible rupture, a common issue that can cause severe abdominal distress. Alarmed, Alexander contacted her OB/GYN, who didn't hesitate. After a quick assessment over the phone and some questions about her symptoms, the doctor delivered the urgent diagnosis. Her appendix was rupturing. "Get to the hospital right now," she was told firmly. "If they don't remove it immediately, I'll come do it myself." There was no time to waste. Rushed into emergency surgery, Alexander learned the full gravity of the situation. Her appendix had completely ruptured, spilling infection into her abdominal cavity and pushing her body into the early stages of sepsis. A life-threatening response where the immune system goes into overdrive and begins attacking vital organs. Doctors worked swiftly to remove the damaged organ and clean out the infection. But as she lay there in the operating room, drifting under anesthesia, Alexander had what she describes as a profound spiritual moment. She heard a clear, unmistakable voice asking her a simple but earth-shattering question. "Are you ready to die?" In that vulnerable space between consciousness and oblivion, her answer came instantly and unequivocally. No. She wasn't ready. She had too much life left to live, too many roles to play, too much love to give and receive. And then, as if in direct response, the voice delivered its message with absolute clarity. "Then you can never drink again." When she woke up from surgery, that moment lingered like an epiphany. The crisis that had brought her to the brink of death had also handed her the ultimate wake-up call. After a grueling 5-day hospital stay filled with 4 antibiotics, pain management and reflection, Alexander made the commitment. She chose sobriety, not as a temporary measure but as a permanent lifeline. Her supportive boyfriend encouraged her to take the next step by attending her first recovery meeting, and from there she began building a new foundation. Looking back, Alexander views the entire terrifying sequence of events as a blessing in disguise. What felt like the lowest, scariest moment of her life was actually the exact intervention she needed to break free from the cycle that was slowly destroying her. The snowed-in panic, the physical rejection of alcohol, the exploding appendix, the sepsis threat, it all converged to force a reckoning she might have otherwise avoided for years. Her story is one of redemption and gratitude. By sharing it publicly, she hopes to remind others struggling with similar issues that rock bottom, however frightening, can be the solid ground from which a healthier life is built. No one has to face these battles alone. Help is available and second chances are real. For Alexander, sobriety has brought clarity, strength, and a deeper appreciation for her health and career. The woman who once commanded the screen as a Asgardian goddess has now claimed victory in her own real-life epic battle, emerging stronger and more authentic than ever.